Niggas clowns talking about shit they don't even know. You such a name dropper,
You're a namer.
or one of those label whores, you're a labeler. I'm stuck to the paper like a stapler. Little freak like to get choked out, I'm a strangler. Something wrong with the calculator, I'ma send them through the navigator. Swimming with the sharks, swimming with the alligators. I attract money, I'm a magnet, I'm the motivator. Charge killers on the car, get them activated. Man, them niggas ain't clever, they just animated. Y'all so lame, you couldn't beat them, so
What up, though? What up, though? What up, though?
Man, I ass so annoying.
Tapping in. Can you hear it? Can y'all hear me?
Let's get trillions.
Let me know if y'all can hear, man. We're gonna let some more people fill up in here. You know what I'm saying? I need a tall safe. Man, if you don't need a bitch, you need a tall safe, man. Tap in.
Same code, sticking to the code, same convo.
You know what I'm saying? We don't need no headaches, baby. We need, you know what I'm saying? Can you hear it? What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? Man, we building a motherfucking community around here. Tell them to quit playing, man. Give everybody a round of applause for tapping in, coming in this bitch. What up, though? Give yourself a round of applause if you coming in this motherfucker. We finna build a community up in this BF. What's happening? What's happening? You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of shit to talk about today, dog. We got a lot of shit to talk about today, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna tap in. We're talking about fears, man. Can y'all hear me? Oh, you can hear me good. I wanted to make sure y'all can hear me good. Last week we was having some technical difficulties and we had to just run with this shit, you feel me? So we gonna talk this shit. Let the people come on in here. We gonna let some more people get in here. If you know somebody that's supposed to be on this motherfucker, man, we gonna treat this bitch like school. You know what I'm saying? Get your homie to come to class, man. Get your homie to come to class. Hit him up. Text him. Tell him whatever. Tell him to tap in with tape, man. You know what I'm saying? Tell him to tap in. Detroit King tape on. We gonna build a community up. Let some more people fall in here first, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all first and foremost. You know? I'm a strangler. Fuck through the navigator. Yeah, man, how y'all day going, man? How was y'all day? How's everything, man? Hope everything went well. I just wrapped up playing some tennis and shit, man. It was, you know what I'm saying? It was real good. Let me turn that down some. Let me know if I'm too loud, man. I don't want to be too loud on y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I just came from playing some tennis and shit, man. We gonna talk the hustle code. Tap in. If you ain't got that book, man, tap in and get that motherfucker, dog. You know what I'm saying? Get on that. Show the love. Show the love to the homie, man. Y'all know what it is. We trying to run these numbers up. I see we building a motherfucking a community around here, dog. You know what I'm saying? Appreciating it. We gonna get this turned up. So let's do this right here. So we're gonna talk about fear, man. We're gonna talk about fear. We're gonna get on here and talk about fears. Like, what's your fears, man? You know what I mean? What underlying fears do you have? Because we all have underlying fears. You know what I mean? And this is a virtual book signing, so if y'all want a copy, you know what I mean, I'm going to personally sign it on the spot right now, man. You know, this going down in history right now. I'm going to sign that bitch right on the spot virtual, man. Ain't nobody doing that shit. Ain't nobody came up with nothing like that. You know what I mean? I'm always innovating in this bitch. So with the hustle code, what we doing is a virtual book signing. So if you want the book signed, man, I got you right here and right now. I'm going to read something out the chapter 2. You know what I'm saying? Fear. I'm going to read something out of there. And we also going to discuss fear. You know what I mean? Discuss how fear applies to your life. You know, and what underlying fears do you have? If you have some fears, I know it's, you know, you got to acknowledge them before you can even deal with them. You know, so we're going to talk this right here, man. So what fears are you dealing with? When we talk about underlying fears, like, you know, you might have a girl, like everybody know a girl, you know what I'm saying? If she wearing makeup all the time or whatever, you know what I mean? She might have insecurities. We all have some insecurities about ourselves. She might have some insecurities about how she look on the natural. You know, she might think she might not be up to that status because with society teaches us You know what I mean? A standard of beauty. Like what beauty is supposed to look like to us, but shit, you'll see sometimes you see some badass girls with some fucking average looking guys, or you see some, you know what I mean, some guys that might be handsome with average looking women. So it is the truth that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So at the same time, like, if you got a fear or insecurity that you're dealing with, you know, it's nothing like acknowledging it, you know, and actually, you know, dealing with it, knowing how to address it and deal with it when it arises. So that's just like if you're talking about, you know, with guys. A lot of guys have insecurity, especially in this day and age. If you just surf the net, if you just go through social media and check that shit out, like, a lot of people are, you know what I'm saying, hiding behind things. What are you hiding behind? You know what I mean? Are you hiding behind the money? You know what I mean? Are you hiding behind jewels? You know what I mean? Are you hiding behind your image of who people think you are, who you're portraying to be? You know, are you scared to be yourself? Like, that's what my whole thing is this right here. Is I know whatever fears that I have and I deal with, I try my best to overcome them. And that's why I'm going to read something out the chapter 2 of Fear in the Hustle Code. That's basically letting you know you can do it too. You have to acknowledge what fears you have before you can address them, though. So with the fears, everybody has underlying fears. So all you have to do, I'm letting more people come in here too, y'all. So that's why I'm kind of going over this. But all you have to do is you have to be able to point them out. You have to know what you're scared of. You know what I mean? Like for me, for the longest, like even just growing up in a household to where I started, like I always wanted to be, you know what I'm saying, like the Superman for my mama. You know, I wanted to be able to help my family, be able to get my family out of poverty. You know, I wanted to do for my mother, save my mother, because I saw my mother many a nights crying. You know what I'm saying? Shit, she might have been lonely, whatever the case was, right? I wanted to be that knight in shining armor, and I speak on that inside the Hustle Code. Tap in, get the Hustle Code, DetroitKingTape.com. But a fear of mine was, you know what I'm saying, letting my mother down, you know, hurting my mother, you know, and through life, you know I hurt her a lot, you know what I'm saying, and I just hope, like, when she came out here to Cali just recently, her and my sister now, they came out here, they enjoyed themselves. It was so good seeing them. We rode and listened to music, you know, went to the beach, fed the birds. It was just great things that we did that, you know what I mean, like, kind of resonated and touched me, and it felt good to see her smile, you know what I mean, and laugh, things of that nature. So the fears that I was dealing with, even it branched off to women that I was dealing with in life, to where I found myself constantly dealing with damaged women because I wanted to be able to save their day. And I speak on that inside the Hustle Code as well. I wanted to be able to save their day because I gravitated towards women that I saw, you know what I'm saying, my mother in. Women that needed my help, that needed me to help them, you know, like overcome whatever issues they was. And I thought that I could help fix their issues. So when I would meet women, I would instantly be like, okay, what's going on with you? What you need? What's your problem? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I help? How can I be of assistance? But that wasn't, you know, in doing that right there, every relationship I had, I was searching for that. Like, how could I help? How could I save my mother? Seeing them in there, like, how could I save my mother? How could I change that? You know, because my father was in prison. You know, my mother had got married, but my father was in prison. He was in prison 30-some years. So I never really saw her happy with a man. Only my father, when we would go to visits or she would talk to my father, she was happy with a man. And so I wanted to give her that happiness. And so I found myself looking for that, trying to give other women, you know what I'm saying, that happiness and save their day through our relationships in my life. So that's why, you know, we talking about fears, man. Everybody have underlying fears, and I wanted to relate to y'all and give y'all my fears. My fears was like dropping the ball with my family, not being able to be that provider, be that man, be that person that they look up to. So that's part of my fears right there. I know y'all have fears. Y'all can tap in the comments and tap if y'all, you know what I'm saying, if y'all have some fears for my childhood. I faced all mine. Okay. Just read up. You say you faced all yours, son. You ran through it. Okay, that's good. If you know your fears and you know what I'm saying, you going through the motherfuckers. If you have actually dealt with your fears, I mean, fears, that's a lifelong process that we're gonna continually be dealing with. But my thing is this right here, like, as long as you can acknowledge them, you can deal with them. But if you don't acknowledge them, like if you can't walk out the house being yourself, if you can't be yourself no matter where you at, then that has some fear attached to it. Some people have fears of losing their lovers, you know what I'm saying, like their spouse or their people. They have a fear of losing them. The jealousy, you know, all of that type of shit like that. And shit, people wind up going to the extreme. Like I spoke on the Hayes story. I spoke on the Earl Hayes story. Like Hayes, my guy Hayes that I was out here fucking with in Cali when he was here. You know, and he wound up taking his life and his girl life. And you know what that came from? That was based on fear. Fear of him looking a certain way and fear of that him losing that girl. My fear is letting my guard down and being my spirit broken in love. Yeah, see, that's a fear. Deion say that's a fear. You know, and I understand that, but guess what? You still have to, you know what I'm saying, deal with that. Now that you acknowledge that and you know that, now it's on you to do the right practices and work to be able to overcome that shit, because you're going to let that'll be holding you up. That's going to hold you up from love and other things in life. Like, nah, you can't do that. And I spoke on that in the Hustle Code. You need to get that book, because I'm going to tell you why. Because I speak on this right here when you're dealing with fear. You cannot take your past dealings into future opportunities, because you already ruled it out. You already put it in the universe that you're going to fail. If you like, damn, man, fuck that, motherfuckers, I was burnt like that last time. So now when you deal with another opportunity or another person, you're going to be automatically thinking that they're going to play you like the last person played you. You can't move like that. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to give you the growth. So yeah, Deion, say you can hit me on that one-on-one too. You know what I'm saying? I'll talk to you about it too and give you some game on it. But I got it in the book as well. You know, so I'm gonna get to it, man. We gonna read something out of here. I got a few things to go over here. Let me see. I got a few other things to go over here. Oh yeah, so that's the thing. So what I want to do is everyone, you know what I'm saying, everyone has their own struggles, you know what I'm saying, that they dealing with. You know what I mean? Like, just because you see, you know, it's about appearance now. So it's all about an appearance. Everyone wants to appear to be, you know, everyone wants to appear to be a certain way. Everyone wants to have a certain look and to be seen in a certain light. But that doesn't mean how they really are. I wouldn't give a fuck who it is. It could be a billionaire. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I'm working on a book right now. It's dope as hell. You know what I mean? And I'm breaking it down about that. But my thing is this right here. Just because a person is a billionaire, don't think they ain't got problems. They got problems and issues too. They may have more than you. You see what I'm saying? So everyone has their own shit to deal with. They have their own problems to deal with. So it's best for you to acknowledge yours and deal with yours. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, like, I had to point out my fears, acknowledge my fears, and address them. And realize when they're, you know what I'm saying, they popping up. You have to realize when they coming up. You feel me? Let me see something. Yeah, tap in, man. I like that, man. Make sure y'all engage. You say you never been hurt for real, so that's why you scared to ever feel it. I'm going to tell you like this right here, right? You can't, I have a bar in the song. I say you can't live if you ain't died yet. You feel me? So life is a balance. So you have to be able to, you know what I mean? Like, and to experience happiness, you have to know what pain feel like. To experience joy, you have to know what pain feel like, because that makes you appreciate joy all the more. I don't want to just live life with happiness. As a balance. I gotta know what this shit feel like, so I know, like, you know what, no, I don't need to be down there. No, I don't need to go down that road. I need to stay here. Yeah, let's make trillions. Hell yeah, that's the game, dog, for real. Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. Yeah, Mark Agani, just read up. A billionaire definitely got more problems than your boy. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? A billionaire may have more problems than you. It depends on the mindset. See, this is what we gotta understand. It's the mindset. Because you can go to villages and shit, and these people over there don't have no fucking problems. Just like I was on the beach the other day. And me and a lady was having a birthday party for her son, and she had a lot of people out there. And the kids I had the bag hanging up. I was hitting the bag. I had the bag hanging up. And so the kids want to come over there and punch the bag. I'm like, yeah, let them punch the bag. It ain't no problem. You know, they just having fun. They enjoying themselves. And the parents was like, well, you know, they don't need to be doing that. I don't want them bothering you. I say, they're not bothering me. You know what? See, we as adults, we have lost that joy. That joy has been stolen from us that the children have. We need to be watching and learning from them. Because kids know how to be truly happy. We stress the fuck out. We don't know how to be happy. We too bombarded with bills, fucking failed relationships, careers, everything in life is fucking plaguing us as adults. You feel me? Like the children really know how to be happy. You know what I'm saying? The children know how to be happy. So yeah, you have to have happiness. I mean, in order to have happiness, like you ain't live if you can't live if you ain't died yet. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta feel that shit. Like you shouldn't even want to go through life without feeling. You need to feel something to let you know. Like to touch the fire, you either gonna have to learn from experience or someone else's experience. You know what I mean? To know if that stove is hot. When you touch that stove, you're like, oh shit, that's hot. Or if they touch the stove and you saw them and they like, damn, they got burnt from that. Like, I ain't about to go touch that motherfucker. You know what I mean? So now let's get to this, man. Let's read out this chapter real quick. I was trying to tap in with y'all on these. Billionaire definitely got more problems than your boy. Yeah, it can be, man. It depends on the mindset of the billionaire, bro. Like on some real shit. Some people got billions and they don't even fucking want to listen, bro. They don't even want to fucking go out the house, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't having a billion is good, but unless you doing something with that billion, unless you living out your purpose and what you want to do in life, then you know what I'm saying, it's just a commitment. Flav, what up, dog? I see you join, you tapped in, man. Appreciate you, man. I appreciate everybody who tapping in. We building a community up over here, y'all. And it's gonna be brick by brick, man. Listen, you have to understand, I'm a guy that know how to build shit up from nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know how to build up spots. I know how to do all that shit. So when I see people coming in here, it doesn't matter if we even have a lot of people or not. You have to understand, I'm a motherfucker who know how to get shit cracking. So once this shit gets to cracking, I don't want nothing given to me, man. I want to earn all my shit. I want to put in the work to do it. That's the problem now. Like, a lot of people of this era, they think instantly you're supposed to click on here and have this many people on here, this many. Man, listen here. I understand that what it takes to get to this shit. Like, I'm a self-made person. Nobody ever put me in the game. Nobody made me, you know what I'm saying, period. Nobody made fucking King Tape, Detroit King Tape. Nobody made me. You know what I'm saying? The OGs gave me my name, Tape. This ain't a name I fucking created. I didn't just wake up and say, hey, I'm going to call myself Tape. You don't know nobody else named Tape. And the reason you don't know nobody else named Tape, because it ain't no other tapes. There's only one fucking tape. And I move like it's only one tape. So whoever you are, you better move like it's only one you. You feel me? That's the key. Move like it's only one you. That's why I talk the shit I talk. That's why I do what I do. You know what I mean? That's just me. I am who I am. You know, and you are who you are. So believe in yourself and try to overcome your fears. You have to be able to point or acknowledge your fears to be able to overcome your fears. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to read a part out of here, especially on what you touched on. That's crazy, Deontay, that you said that. No, more money, more problems. I don't believe the more money, more problems. I'm going to tell you why. It's the more fucked up your mindset is the more problems. Because you can have, just like I said, you can go to villages and see people living a simple life over there. As while people over here are multi-millionaires and catching the flux, or people over here got it better than they got it over there, but they catching the fluxes because they're stressing themselves out. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I got a copy of the book for you, so tap in if you want a copy of this book. But so now I'm going to read this. So I'm going to turn this music all the way down so y'all can hear this right here. I want y'all to hear this. Now take note of this right here. This is in the Hustle Code. This is in chapter Fear. So this says, do not carry your last deal over to your current or future deals. Doing this will already set the energy of the deal. Be precautious, though not game conscious. Never lead with fear. If you fear a deal, you shouldn't be doing it. It's a fact that fear decreases any chances of executing a task with confidence. Now, what I want to speak on that is to what you said. Like, you scared of love or you scared of this because you never had your heart broke. My thing is this right here. For people who have had their heart broke, people who have, you know what I'm saying, went through bullshit with dealing with people, you could have loaned somebody some money and they didn't pay you back your money. And now you looking like, man, I ain't loaning nobody else shit. For a hustler, that's the wrong mentality to have. I'm going to tell you why. Because you're already carrying a past problem into a future opportunity or a future deal or a future relationship. You already fucking up the relationship. You already cursing it. You have to be able to love freely. You have to be able to give freely. You know what I'm saying? And you have to, everything you do, don't do it if your heart ain't in it. That's what my spiritual advisor told me. You know what I'm saying? Anytime we ever talked about money, anytime we ever talked about anything, like he always told me, my guy Sonny in India is my spiritual advisor. And he always told me, he said, yo, listen, man, if you're going to do something, do it from your heart. If you're not doing it from your heart, if you doing that shit just to, you know what I'm saying, like you got an ulterior motive or some shit like that, those type of things never work out. You know what I mean? You have to do this shit from your heart. Let it come from your heart. You feel me? You got to let this shit come from your heart. And that's the way it, you know, that's the way it works. So you can't be that way. You feel me? So now don't allow fear to prevent you from progressing. You know what I mean? And definitely you can't be game conscious. Like you'll meet people and you will see people like, damn, dog, that's all you got to do is do this or make a move or do this right here. Motherfuckers like, man, I don't know about that, man. You know, you see people that's scared. They living off fear. They have fear because, you know, they letting fear handicap them to where they like, fuck that, man. I ain't about to do that. I ain't about to do that. Like I know a lot of guys that they want to blow up. They want to do this. They want to turn it up. But they scared to put it on the line. They rather you put it on the line. These some wait and see motherfuckers. That's what me and my dog talk about. You got a lot of people that's just wait and see type motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Who gonna wait to see if you do it. Wait to see if it worked for you. And then they want to jump on board. Nah, nigga. If you have something going on and it's, you know what I'm saying, you putting your all on the line. You might even be putting your life on the line. But another person, you told them like, yo, man, come on, you can get in with me, right? And a person hesitates or they don't want to take the risk with you, but they want to see once you get back, once you got everything, once it's cracking, then a motherfucker like, oh, dog, that shit work. What's happening? What we gonna do? No, we can't do shit. I don't believe in that. I don't give a motherfucker a second chance. If I come to him in my humble moment and I say, yo, man, this was cracking right here, just like this. Certain people didn't believe in me with my book. Like I was telling motherfuckers, like, dog, I'm finna drop this book. I'm doing this. Not only that, we got the Donald Goins project. We got so much shit going on that I actually took my time, my money. I risked this shit in this right here. It could, I could drop the ball or the shit could win. But I'm all in because I believe in me. So you can't force a person to believe in you. But I also, if I built this up, now I don't need you to come in because now this bitch rolling. So you got to remember that. I won't give it to him. I can stand to lose it. Oh, if I stand to lose it, got to give him the rope. Yeah, that's true. You know what I'm saying? That's all true. That's all true for sure. So that's it, man. So whatever y'all fears is, man, deal with that shit head on, man. We dealing with fears head on. And we ain't going to be game conscious. The thing about being game conscious, bro, like you going to be game conscious. Yeah, tap in for the one-on-one. I got you, baby. No problem. The thing about it is, like, if you game conscious, you can't live your life game conscious. Game conscious is fearing, you know what I mean, somebody getting over on you, somebody getting down on you. You know, that's Deion say. You can't deal like that. You can't live game conscious. Like, oh, nigga, you just running game on me. If a dude come up and trying to talk to you, like, nigga ain't got to be running game on you. He could just be, you know, giving you a compliment or really have, you know what I'm saying, good intentions. But if you rule him out or you put him in a box of motherfuckers who are running game, then you could be missing out on the opportunity for the love of your life or for somebody that can really help you in life. And that goes from relationships to business, everything. You know, and that's what we touching on today, man. We touching on fear, man. So whatever your fears are, you got to know how to get through that shit. You got to know how to work through that shit. You got to know how to, you know what I'm saying, be the best you can be, man. And the way you do that is you have to address your fears. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you have to address your fears. So do you have fears of success, or do you have a fear of like achieving success? Like some people won't come out of their comfort zone. Just like the project we just working on, man. I'm attached to a multi-million-dollar project. And we brought a guy on board for this project. And this guy, you know, was in it like, yeah, man, we can do this, we can do this. When it came time for him to sign the contract, he was too worried about, you know, not being able to go and do this and do that and do this. Like, nah, man, I want to make sure that I have the freedom to do this and do this and do this. And we like, bro, you made it all this way to drop the ball on one of the biggest projects you've ever been connected to? That's crazy to me. But that was a fear. And that was a fear that, to me, that seemed like a fear of success. Like, you scared to take it to that next level. I ain't scared to take it to that next level. You know what I'm saying? I ain't scared to take it to that next level, man. I'm gonna roll the dice and I'm gonna try to hit a 7 every time. And if I'm motherfucking, guess what? If I don't make my point, shit, I ain't crapping out. I'm gonna keep the dice though. I ain't crapping out. I ain't passing these bitches. You hear me? I'm gonna hit my number. I don't care how many times I gotta roll that motherfucker. I'm gonna hit my number one way or the other. You feel me? Hook or crook, baby. That's how we gotta do it. So make sure y'all tap in, man. You know, I just wanted to touch base with y'all on fear. Like I said, man, this is the virtual book signing. Anybody, if you want a book, I'll sign your book for you. Deontay, I'm gonna definitely sign a book for you and put something very good in there for you. You know, I'm gonna put that in there for you so you can on what we talked about today, and we can call on the one-on-one and get that cracking too. So, if you have any fears, man, overcome your fears. You know what I'm saying? Like, overcome your fears. And it's another thing, what I say on the flip side of if you have a fear of missing, and so you don't jump at every opportunity. Okay, so here's another thing with fear too, with dealing with fear, and I've seen this in people to where they spread themselves so thin, right? Because they fear of missing out on the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Not just blocking the opportunities. Now you have people that try to jump over everything. Just like people if they dating. People will serial date. Because they can be with a good person right now. They can have a good situation going right now. And guess what they'll do? If something else better comes along, they're like, oh, well, I better keep tabs to this too. Because I don't want to miss that in case this don't work. When you say that shit, you already counted this situation out. You already shutting that situation down. You feel me? Before you even let that blossom into whatever it could be. So it's different levels of fear here. Yeah, it's different levels of fear here, man. We got to get that shit out of our system because the fear is not real. It's really false expectation appearing real. You know what I mean? Unless you are in danger. Now, fear and danger are two different things. I'll speak on that in here too. Because if a motherfucker got that blick to your head, then that's a different type of fear. Now that's based on danger. That ain't expectation appearing real. That shit is real. So I come from the standpoint of being in it and of it. So when you have psychologists or you have people with, you know what I'm saying, like books, who wrote books and, you know, they like analyze people, psychiatrists, all this shit right here. When they speak on things like that, like I like to break it down and normalize it and connect it to average of coming from the hoods and coming from people who are really dealing with real life issues. Not motherfuckers who sitting on the couch. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been in it. You know, I'm in it and of it. You feel me? So with that being said, let me know what y'all fears is, man. If y'all got any, you know what I mean?
From motivating to send a lower.
Yeah, my man Black on there. Black, what's up, man? Slick Talk. Give everybody they shout outs, man. Yeah, 7 Saturdays Inc. What's happening? You know, Roberts _ senior. You know what I mean? Everybody, I need a one-on-one convo. I got some deep shit, major shit going on, and I could use your advice. That's good. I'm here for the advice, man. I'm here to share. Here's the thing right here. Like, I know that I've been blessed spiritually, and to be able to, you know what I'm saying, like deliver whatever messages. So whatever knowledge I have and can give to anybody, I'm here, man. I'm down for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm down for it. I'm with whatever. I'm with the shit. You can tap in with me. I ain't too big. Ask anybody. I ain't never been too big to reach out to or none of that shit. You know? Just I know my lifestyle, you know, like even coming up and shit, I was very selective and careful about who I dealt with because I was in the streets. Like, I was running around living for real. So you can't trust people when you living like that. You have to be very selective and careful. You know? So that's my thing. Detroit Boogie just popped in. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Yeah, man, it's all love, man. I'm glad we building up a community here. So we gonna be here every Wednesday, and we gonna be we doing the Hustle Code virtual book signings Wednesdays, and then we doing the Great Manifestation Mondays. We gonna do that Monday. So we gonna be willing, we gonna be manifesting. You know, we gonna be spreading a lot of love and energy to the people. You feel me? So let me see. Let me make sure I went over a few different things that I wanted to touch over. You know, I don't want to have a fear of losing shit. Like I'm leaving them fears, man. You gotta leave them fears behind to be able to go and graduate and get to the next level. Fear is not there. You see what I'm saying? You got to get the fears out of there. Like I told people about a lot of fears I had. I had a fear of letting my family down. You know what I mean? That's why I've been pushing so hard all my life. I've been wanting this shit to work. You know, you want your family, your mother, your children. You want them to look at you a certain way. You want them to salute you and show you that love. So what are you doing to overcome those fears that you got? You know, what is you doing? Is you working on that? Like I work on that shit. I go straight through it. Like I remember when I was young and I used to be scared to go down the basement. When I was scared to go down the basement, guess what? I motherfucking would just run down that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Without the light on, then hit that motherfucker on like ain't shit here. You got to overcome those fears. That's the same thing you have to do with fears that come in your head, because what they're doing is they're there to distract you and throw doubt. And it comes from your influences. So now you say, okay, what is influencing me? What am I taking into my system? Like, what am I allowing in my being? What energy am I bringing to me? Am I scared of losing the love of my life? Am I scared of, a lot of people talk they want to get rich, but they scared to get rich. People will tell you every day, if you talk to everybody in life and ask them like, yo, man, what you want? I want to be rich. But they want to be rich, but they don't want to do what it takes to be rich. So here's the thing right here, because after we talk about this shit, then there's a thing we have to do. It's 3 to 4 things that you need to do, because action comes after that. You feel me? Action comes after that. So now you have to know. First of all, you have to know if you can do a thing. Okay? Know if you can do a thing. So you have to know, like, okay, I can do this. Then you got to say, do I want to do this? Now, this applies to business and relationships. So you have to know, do I want to be the man to this woman? Do I want this job? Or do you want to be the woman to that man? Or do you want that job? You know what I'm saying? Do you know if you can, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you know what you need to know for that job? Are you equipped? Do you have the tools necessary to be the man or the woman in that relationship? Do you have the tools? Are you capable of doing that shit? Like, do you have the know-how? You know what I'm saying? Then what is your strategy? What is my strategy? Knowing your strategy is knowing your role. knowing the part and the role you gotta play. If you a man, you gotta pay them bills. You gotta do this shit right here. You gotta make sure that you take care of the kids. You gotta make these appointments, whatever the case may be, right? Or if you just bringing your best to the relationship, are you willing to be that woman, to put in that work, to be your best in the relationship, to get that man the best version of you? Or the man, are you willing to give your best version of you to the woman? Or are you willing to do whatever it takes to get the bag? Whatever. It's all the same shit. You have to know. You have to want. You have to say, okay, man, I want this shit. Do you really want it? And then, okay, do I have the tools? Am I equipped to even do the job? Am I equipped to even be a man to this woman? If you know it's a high maintenance fucking woman, you know what I'm saying? Or like they say, a high value man, like a woman, you got to bring more than just that head to the table. You feel me? Like you got to bring more than that head to the table. That shit work for little, you know what I'm saying, little kids. But when you dealing with a man, a grown man who's on his purpose, like he gonna need you to bring more than just some head to the table. You know what I'm saying? And that's vice versa. Like when a dude is dealing with a badass woman, let me tell you this right here. Let me give you some game. Like a woman made me step up. A woman made me be a better man. You know how she made me be a better man in a relationship? Because she laid some ground rules down and was like, dog, listen, like, I don't know what you used to, but I'm gonna need this. I need this. I need you to be like this. And at first, you know what I'm saying, I was bucking. I'm like, man, listen, motherfucker, this how I am. This how I'm coming. But then I'm like, you know what? These are things that's gonna help me, better me as a man, teach me how to be a better man to her, and make her happy. Oh man, it was good. And the sex was great after that. Listen, man. Hey, I know how to, one thing about it, I'ma learn, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna apply that shit. It makes no sense if you learning something and you don't apply it. Fuck that. You gotta learn that shit and apply it. Or else why did you learn it? Give somebody else that fucking opportunity. You feel me? So that's the thing. So those are the things that I go by. You know what I mean? If I know it, I say, okay, man, damn, do I know what it takes to be this person? Okay, do I want to be this person? And then am I equipped with the tools, the necessary things I need to be this person? If not, I can get the tools. If I know that I'm this person, if I want to be this person, and then I can get the tools. Now the tools, you can get the tools. And you can come up with the strategy once you got those three. So that's the key to it, man. When you overcome your fears by doing shit. Like I told y'all, like I would just run down the basement. Fuck that, man. Ain't shit down here. Hit this light. You know? I had it to where I used to come in cribs, man. We used to have motherfucking hundreds of pounds in that motherfucker, dog. And I used to come in the crib, you know, walking in them cribs is dangerous. You gotta watch it, make sure a motherfucker ain't around you, shit dark as hell, everything. I walk in that motherfucker with the hookup out and like, yo, man, any motherfucker in here, I'm telling you, I'm dropping you, I'm shooting you. I used to say shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It was part to keep my adrenaline up, but it was also to let a motherfucker know, if you in here, dog, I'm letting this bitch ride. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, that's how you overcome your fears. You overcome your fears by doing. You know, that's how I overcome my shit, dog. Like, you gotta do. So if you have any fears that you need to overcome, like, just do it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can say to you. Just do it. Don't allow no fear to handicap you, because too many people out here letting fears handicap them. And you know what? You can look at a person getting money, right? Motherfucker getting money. He feeling himself. He in his bag. Or she in her bag or whatever. Now take that bag from him. Take that bag from him and watch how humble they is next time you see him. Take that bag from him, and you gonna see a whole nother person. That's why I sit back and watch motherfuckers like, oh yeah, that's how you is with the bag, right? But how is you without that motherfucker? Like, I still move the same way. I still can move and turn up and do whatever, you know what I'm saying, whether I got it or if I don't got it. That's a trooper, man. That's a soldier. That's a G, you know what I mean? Like, that's a person who I'm blessed in here. Everything else outside of here, outside of this being, I'm blessed. I'm standing on this. I'm 100 in here. I'm rich here before anything. I'm rich here, I'm rich there before I could ever be rich financially. You know what I'm saying? You have to be what you want to attract. You have to already be that shit. You can't be like a lot of motherfuckers is hiding behind something. That's why I wanted to speak on the fear. People are hiding behind something. You know what I mean? You know how Clark Kent used to go in the booth? Superman would go in that booth and put his suit on. And then he'd come out with that bitch like, yeah, I'm Superman. Now I'm finna fuck something up. But in actuality, he was just Clark Kent. So when he went back to Clark Kent, he'd get kicked in his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like they push him around. You know what I mean? Handle him any type of way. But when he go put that motherfucking kid on, so that's what we got. We got a lot of Supermen out here, but they really Clark Kents. I don't give a fuck if it's a woman or a man. You know what I'm saying? They really Clark Kents. They not Superman for real. You got to be Superman. See, my thing is this right here. I'm the reverse of that. I'm Superman already. When I take this shit off, then I motherfucking chill out and I'm Clark Kent. That's when I really chill. Like, man, I don't want no problems. I'm cool, man. You know what I'm saying? That's when I'm fucking on vacation or something. But other than that, I stay Superman. I'm already Superman. I ain't got to switch out of that shit. The niggas have to switch out of that shit, dog. I know motherfuckers that you can't, if you catch them down bad, you catch them where they ain't got it, bro, they a whole nother person. You wouldn't even notice these people. You'd be like, damn, that was dog. You wouldn't even notice them. The same way I kick it right now, the same lingo, the same everything. Any motherfucker that slap fives with me, they know this me. I'm going to talk the same, I'm going to act the same, I'm going to be the same, and I'm going to hold it down the same no matter where I'm at. I've been in prisons. You know what I'm saying? I've been in with motherfuckers from all over the states. I've been everywhere in fucking cities, out the country. I just left Mexico. You think I was different in Mexico than I am here? I was the same person. That's why I was over there in fucking you talking about motherfucking over there in Jalisco and all that shit over there, Guadalajara, dog. I was over there in that bitch, you know what I'm saying, on some tequila business. But guess what? They ain't even a tourist city. Blacks wasn't in that motherfucker. Wasn't no blacks in there. So to see me there, I'm over there, diamonds on everything. Guess what? They like, who is this nigga? You know what I mean? They was looking at me like, who is this nigga? Who is it? He got to be with somebody. You got to think they cutting heads off over there. You know what I'm saying? That new generation cartel ain't fucking around over there. Ain't no blacks just pulling up over there. You ain't moving around in that bitch without, you know what I'm saying, knowing somebody or something. So my thing is this right here. You don't have fears when you're doing shit like that. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't running off fear. The same thing that I do here is the same thing I do there. Same thing I do in the free world, same thing I do in the prison. You know what I'm saying? If it gotta be, it gotta be. Already made, you know what I'm saying, peace with my creator. That's the problem. People fear leaving, you know what I'm saying, somewhere or somebody or something this right here. If it's your time to go, ain't shit you can do about it. If it's meant for you to have that relationship, to be in love with that person, it's gonna be that way. You know what I mean? If you meant to have that job, you're gonna have it. If you meant to get rich, if it's meant for your business to turn the fuck up, your business gonna turn up. No, we sold 100 books, man. We sold over 100 books, man. You know what I'm saying? Out the gate, independent, self-published. This self-published, this tape publishing on this bitch. This ain't no big publishing company or none of that right there. This me, myself, and I. Guess what? And my team. Because I overcame the fear and say, you know what? I'm putting my book out. I'm putting my detox out. Don't you know, for me to get on here, talk health, you know what I'm saying? Talk conscious things and all this right here. Come on, man. I'm a gangster rapper, bro. I come from the blocks. Don't you know how many people laughed at me before this shit? Like, you know, when I was doing this, when I first started this, people was like, health and hustle. Like, nigga, get out of here. You just was over there doing that. And I'm like, bro, it's a balance. Like, life is a balance. But I never changed who I was. You just have to change your mindset. Because you can't allow the fear of what people think about you. If I allowed the fear of what people think about me, I would never be doing any of this. I would even getting on this live right here. You have to overcome a fear to get on this live. People can pop on here and say any motherfucking thing. You know, or people can appear to see you any type of way. But you have to be yourself. I'm myself. That's why I can get on here and talk shit and do this right here. This ain't a facade. You know what I'm saying? I had this same conversation off camera. You know what I'm saying? We ain't never gonna listen, man. If we can't beat them, we ain't never gonna join them, man. These motherfuckers out here, you know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of goddamn Clark Kents trying to be Superman. You know what I mean? Like they gonna join them. I ain't gonna join them. I'm gonna kick the door down. If I keep, like I said, if I kick on the door and that motherfucker ain't open, I'm gonna find another one to kick that bitch off the hinges. That's my motto. That's always been my style. Anybody know me? You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, tape is tape. Shit. You know, I done helped plenty of people. I done fed plenty of families. You know what I'm saying? And still will. Like, that's my thing. That's my goal. My goal is to be a person who can motivate and inspire. Like I say, I ain't tripping. I'll get the M's. The M's gonna come. I want to inspire and motivate 1 million people. If I can inspire and motivate 1 million people, we always gonna eat. So what y'all seeing right now is the transformation. You know what I'm saying? Y'all seeing the transformation. Like, I'm bringing something, a whole nother fucking aspect to the world. You know, I want to bring our culture to them. Like, you have to understand, this is bringing the culture in the industry. This is bringing the culture to the industry, the hustle code. Like, motherfuckers ain't talking like this right here. If you go through, this is a personal development book. This ain't no book where I just talking about, man, I shot this motherfucker, I did this, I did that. Nah, bro. This is talking about how you can heal yourself. The chapters are environment. We're not a product of our environment. Don't think like that, because you got two separate people that can grow up in the hood and have two totally different outcomes. One can go on to be a lawyer, a doctor, and the other one can be dead or in fucking jail. Okay? Now you got your fears, your false expectation appearing real, which is chapter 2. And that's what we on now. And with your fears, you have to overcome your fear. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't deal with those fears, then those fears will handicap you. You know what I'm saying? Then chapter 3, you got aggression. And aggression is like, it's you got a good aggression and a bad aggression. You got a bad aggression where you can act out and clown and get yourself into some serious fucking trouble. You know what I mean? Or you can use the good aggression to actually kick open doors for you. This is good aggression that I'm giving y'all right now. This is good aggression. Because it's getting a message across. Y'all learning from this. You know? We go to chapter 4, opportunity. You know what I'm saying? You got to see what opportunities are on the floor. But don't be an opportunist. Like a hustler will take advantage of opportunities that present themselves to him. A hustler is willing to do anything, but not any and everything. You see what I'm saying? He won't risk his name, his, you know, he has principles and shit. He won't just do anything for the bag. Like, you got a lot of people out here fucking dick sucking everything to go get a bag. I'll never do that. You know what I'm saying? On my soul. You know what I mean? I'll never bag jump. I'll never, you know what I'm saying, fuck with motherfuckers just because, you know what I mean, they get in a bag. I'll never. You know what I'm saying? I come from the old school with serious motherfuckers was around to where a motherfucker with a bag and he was, you know what I'm saying, a sucker, a lame, or like that, he was food. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, that shit getting took if we ever get a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man, I don't respect the money. I respect the individual. Now, I can respect a person's hustle, but to respect the money over anything, I don't respect the money over anything, man. Fuck out of here. You and your money. I don't care nothing about that shit. Ain't no sack chaser. You know what I'm saying? That's for hoes that was sack chasing back in the day. So when you see niggas jumping bags and like, yeah, dog, them got this over here, I'm finna jump in with them and do this right here. Man, get your whole ass on. You know what I'm saying? I ain't on that. That's why you see Tape be dolo. If I ain't moving with the team and niggas I fuck with, or people that we uplifting and enlightening and motivating, all that shit right there, I don't do that, dog. I don't play them games. My life too serious. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm learning, I'm doing great things out here. You know what I mean? So I don't have time for that. You know, and chapter 5, clarity. Let's go. We can keep going on this shit. Chapter 5 is clarity. So you wanna, you know what I mean, have that clarity. You gotta be able to have that clarity, man. You know, to be able to see things different, you gotta move with chess, like chess pieces. You know, this shit is like chess pieces. Let me see what y'all tapping in on. Oh, got to. Yeah, no doubt. My man King jumped in. King, what's up? T-Ron, what's happening, man? You know what I'm saying? I'm shouting out everybody in here. 787 Los. Akeem White, what's happening? Only built for Cuban links. What up, though? What up, though? You know what I'm saying? Kobe Milton. You know, yeah, Detroit Boogie. Okay, Cien Verde. You know that Cien Verde tequila on the way. Sino joined in. Sino, what's up, dog? Man, we salute all the real ones, man. Sino always been real. You know what I'm saying? We always trying to push the envelope and push for bigger and better, you know, things. Like, that's what we on, man. We trying to push the culture for real. When they talking about pushing the culture, we gonna push the culture, man. Corey, what's happening? And my man Eric Bigger just jumped in. Eric Bigger, man, is a good motivator as well, and he's inspired, man, to do great things with people, man. That's my brother. Yeah, man, all day. We tapping in. So what we doing, man? Right now, we trying to line a tour up, man. So I need all of y'all to go in there and leave the reviews, man. Get your people to go leave reviews, everything, because, you know, the reviews, like with the bookstores and different events and shit like that, they gonna go and look at them reviews and see what the people say. Just like if you buying something, you want to buy something that's proven. So we want to turn those reviews up, man. Go slam them reviews, man. Have people leave them reviews. I don't give a fuck. It's miracle season. My dog Eric Bigger here all day. Oh, Nikki on there. Nikki, what's happening? Yeah, you gotta get the book, Nikki, because it's fire. It's on fire. It's going crazy. It's going viral. I'm telling you. Like, all the people that's on right now, y'all are ahead of the game right now. Ghani, what's happening? All of y'all are a part of this early stages, the beginning stage, just like y'all got in before Apple cracked. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is that type of shit. Like, people don't understand. Like, I'm gonna be sitting on somebody's couch with this motherfucker. Like, for real, for real. Y'all gotta know this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many good. So my buddy, I have a buddy who wrote on Law and Order, Chicago PD. He's a partner. He's a close friend of mine and a partner on the project, a multi-million-dollar project we're working on right now. Now, he loves this book. You know what I'm saying? He hit me up like, bro, he makes millions off of fucking writing every damn year. And he went crazy over the book. He's like, bro, I read all the time. He like, man, this your first book. He like, bro, you turn. Like, this is it. Like, it's so many good things in there. And then, you know, when white people say, oh, this book is fun. You know what I mean? Like, that's the shit I'm looking for. Shout out to everybody that fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Give yourself a round of applause. Everybody that fuck with it, give yourself a round of applause, man. You know what I'm saying? We turn it up, man. Like I say, man, this is the Hustle Code virtual book signing. So if you want a book, you know what I mean, I will sign the book for you. We'll put it together. Nikki, what's happening? I believe you always been real. You know what, Nikki? I love you, man, and you family. And you know me. Anybody on here that had any type of dealings with me or ran into me or we chopped it up, whatever, man, y'all know I always been, you know what I'm saying, this way. I always been me. Always been on health. You have to understand, I went vegan at 19. You know, I went vegan at 19. And, you know, through my practices and everything, I stayed on. I started learning. Like, when I was in prison, I didn't gravitate. I had things that I could do, right? You could have either went and fucking kept checking out freak books, gambling, stuck on the TV, hanging with the fucking gangs or whatever you wanted to do, getting high, whatever. I chose another route as a teenager. I chose to learn. I took as many books and learned from them. You know what I'm saying? I took as many as those books and learned from them. Oh, I got a call coming in. Let me get this. Yeah, but I took as many knowledgeable books and I learned from the knowledgeable books. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being caught up in the same bullshit that can get you more time or, you know, I wasn't learning nothing from. I couldn't do that. I had to learn something so I could teach, because I knew I was a man. I needed to lead. Like, I got to lead. If you a man and you ain't learning nothing, it's going to be very hard for you to teach or lead. You feel me? It's going to be very hard for you to teach or lead. So in order to teach and lead, you have to learn something. That's why this book, and it's a short, simple book. All you got to do is go to DetroitKingTape.com, get it, and make sure you leave your review. But this book has 10 chapters in here. It's a personal development book. So it has all the codes that you need to turn you up. You feel me? So come on with the people. I would say, even if you don't eat cake. Yeah, that's it. You can have your cake and eat it too. That's what these hustle codes is. You can have your cake and eat it too. And you ain't even got to like cake. That's what my man, you always be saying that shit. So here, whatever y'all want to do, man, it's for y'all. It's here for y'all to do. Y'all are capable to do it. Y'all have the capabilities and everything. All y'all have to do is move on it. Overcome y'all fears. You know what I'm saying? I know you got a team, but you know whatever you need to do. If you get out here promoting and touring, I'm right there. I know you is, Nikki. Yeah, and guess what? I'm going to need you. Come on. Because we finna line this tour up. That's why I need everybody to go on there and lead the reviews so we can turn it up. You know what I mean? And be ready for all the other lives. We turning this shit up, man. Like, I got some great things to reveal to y'all. Like, I had some spiritual awakenings since being out here in LA. Just within the last 6 months, I had a lot of spiritual awakenings. That's why I'm actually doing a lot more, you know, with this going live and things of that nature, because I know it's my calling. It has been confirmed to me that this is what I need to be doing. Like, I'm on the right path. So if things are being revealed to you in your life that you are on the right path, things are working for you, then you need to double down on that. Let me say that. Double down on that then. Because, you know, the Creator has strange ways of showing you signs and giving you signs. But you have to be able to acknowledge them. That's why you can't let little shit like fear and all that stop you from doing something. You know how many times things might come to you, you're like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna just pass on that, because you'll make up an excuse. But guess what? That could be a hell of an opportunity for you. And you just let it go. You just drop the ball on it. When that could be the Creator sending it to you. What was that story where a man was drowning or some shit like that, and they sent the boat by? You know what I mean? Like, he was in a boat and his boat was sinking, and somebody sent the boats by and shit like that. He let one boat go by and say, no, I'm cool. I spoke to God. God say he's sending me a boat. He's gonna send somebody over to help me. He can send us some help. They go by. Another one come over there. No, I'm cool. God gonna send me a boat or whatever to come by. So then another boat come by. He do the same thing. He sent him away. And then as the nightfall come, I guess he was looking up and say, hey, God, I thought you was gonna save me. And he said, you dumb motherfucker, I sent 3 boats to save you. Don't be that person. Don't be the man stranded on the boat, you know what I'm saying, and not jump on the opportunities because of fear. Don't allow that fear to handicap you or hold you back or stop you from being saved. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so we gonna wrap it up, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's all good. We've been chopping it up, been kicking it like a motherfucker. And don't let the fear get to you. You know what I'm saying? Don't let that fear handicap you. You know what I mean? Don't let that motherfucking fear. Here, let me see something. This, and I'm gonna find this right here. Don't let that fear. Hey, you can't let that thriller, that motherfucking. You can't let that. Don't let that Mike Jack motherfucker, that thriller. Don't let that run that back. Don't let that thriller motherfucker scare you. You can't have that fear, you know what I'm saying? You gotta stop that. You gotta get that fear out of there, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I gotta get that fear out of there, man. So appreciate y'all, man, coming in, tapping in. We rock it out, you know what I'm saying? The muscle is Health and Hustle, man. Tap in, it's Health and Hustle. Go to DetroitKingTape.com. Put your order in. You know what I'm saying? MyHealthAndHustle.com if you need the detox. Man, let's go, man. We rocking out. And leave those reviews, please. I need y'all to leave those reviews because we trying to turn this shit up with this tour. We want to be able to establish this tour and really get it, you know what I'm saying, get shit out here and get it cracking. So let's get it, man. You know? And last, before we wrap up, anybody need any books signed virtually or whatever, DM me. I will sign your book and I will get it to you. That's all you got to do. DM me. I will sign your book and I will get it to you. You know, like everybody that's coming in here, if y'all ain't got a book, you need a book. You need this book. No bullshit. I ain't on here just to sell the books. I'll get these bitches away before you know what I'm saying? I'm just on here promoting just to sell some books to make some money. You know what I mean? I ain't just on here to sell the books to make some money. I told you, I'm more looking to inspire the people. You have what it takes. All you need to do is to help bring it out of you. So this book is a good way to help tap into, you know what I'm saying, your true self and be able to recognize the faults and things that you shouldn't be doing, and also encourage you to do the things that you should be doing. So that's what we on. If you made it through this live, guess what, man? Give yourself a round of applause. That means you a G, you certified, you down with the health and hustle, you know what I'm saying, the lifestyle, you down with the hustle code, you know what I mean? Tap in at DetroitKingTape.com, man. We rocking out. Appreciate all y'all. Fuck with y'all. Salute. We'll see y'all back again on Great Manifestation Mondays. Let's go, y'all. Rock out.
Penthouse, different states with the war safe. Got niggas crashing out.
Oh, I'm gonna leave with this one right here. Hold on, we hit to that one, but this was some funny shit right here, wasn't it? That Mike Jack was some funny shit. Get rid of them fears, man. All right, peace, man. Let's check y'all out, man.